Hey everyone, it's Tayland. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the last video from the Steeping Room's January 2025 subscription box. We're ending it with the 2024 Wild Lapsang Souchong. January 2025 Tea Club, made by Cindy Chen and Zhou Shi Wu in Tongmu Guan, Fujian Province, excellent Kung Fu style, and then the instructions for Western style, 25 grams total. We will go into what the note says. The wild Lapsang Souchong is also unsmoked tea made from plants growing somewhat randomly on the producer's property in Tongmu Guan. Tongmu Guan is a very famous village for tea making and is considered by many to be the specific birthplace of black tea in the 1600s. You need a government pass to be able to enter the village, and it's quite restricted. So that's all the info that the steeping room provided on this tea in particular. Here is what it looks like. Once again, really high quality looking leaf, very uniform in color and size. A lot of unbroken, very little to no powder or just strange residues, and straight off the bat I'll get a smell on the leaves as well. A little sweet, a little floral, a little woodsy. Smell real nice, just being dry leaves. Still a nice strong smell. Today I have measured out 7 grams. Nice full session. And we will get started immediately with the wash. Today I'm going to try a little hotter temperature for shorter time periods. The wash today will be at 205 degrees, and we will do our best to pour it out as soon as possible. Already quite a dark liquid. Let's I already do have my teaware warmed up prior to the wash, but no harm in pouring some in the cup and warming it up a little more. Also, it gives you a good chance to see. So let's just get a smell profile on these wet leaves. Real nice smell profile, just like the one yesterday on the floral Lapsang Souchong. Definitely doesn't have as much of the floral notes. Definitely reminds me more of a typical black tea for sure, but real nice. Got the sweet notes, got a bit of a woodsiness in there. I really enjoy the smell. Definitely more like a classic black tea. So let me get this wash dumped out. I'll leave this wash in my little cup just for a color comparison. And we will brew that first steep at 205, and we'll do 15 seconds. I think today I will try cutting back on the time in the later steeps. Maybe I'll keep it at 15 seconds for the first 2, maybe 3. And just yesterday, once I got further in the steeps, with that floral lapsang, it became very, very drying in a unpleasant way. And that was when I got to around 30 seconds in my steep time. But I also lost a considerable amount of flavor at that point. So I'm thinking maybe I steeped a little too long in the beginning steeps. And it just got to the point where it ran out of flavor very quickly. Or that could have just been where it was done. I think that was around the 4th and 5th steep. So, here's the leaves. Still looking real nice, real whole. A little bit of redness in them coming out. So, for comparison, definitely still look about the same. I think the wash was probably pretty drinkable, honestly. I noticed with a lot of these higher quality teas, especially the loose leaf, They don't really need much of a wash. So once again, a nice darker color on this one today. I think the one yesterday was a little bit lighter color amber. This one's a little darker, I feel. Nice clarity. Little to no powder or residue. There's a couple little specks, but it looks real good. Smells fantastic. The smell on these leaves is very great. I don't typically drink black tea, so it might be typical. It's not something common for me. There's a unique quality to it for sure. I can't place my finger on it, but there's definitely a really nice natural sweetness coming through on that scent. A little bit of like a woodsy nature vibe to it. Definitely not like fermented, like a strong fermented smell, like with like a chaud pour, but there might be some like fermentation smell coming through mildly. But let me give this a little sip. It's real nice. Maybe that smell translates into the flavor as like an herbaceousness. Or maybe spices, I'm not sure, but it is good. I enjoy it greatly. Definitely a good natural sweetness to it. There's definitely some more body to it, I feel, than the other Lapsangs I've had so far from this box. I want to say this is like a typical black tea taste. I think just like certain other tea types. Every tea type has like a one or maybe two or three typical flavors that become pronounced in them. This one has like a background sweetness, not as sweet as like the Shimen red tea that I compared the one yesterday to, the floral. I think that one had a little bit more sweetness to it, but this one still has a nice sweetness to it. It is not as astringent as the floral. There are mild drying characteristics to this already, so it is drying my mouth a bit. And if you really wanted, this would make probably really good iced tea. Probably take sweetener pretty well. Yeah, this is really good. I like it a lot. I would call this very accessible to new tea drinkers, as well as just really enjoyable for experienced tea drinkers. Nothing really to dislike about it, nothing crazy about it, nothing super unique, I would say, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'd say this is a very quality, good go-to black tea. To my knowledge, black tea is the most produced tea in the world, but most of it goes into really low-grade tea bags. So some of y'all out there who primarily drink tea bags, maybe give something like this a shot. Some loose leaf. You don't have to make it this way. You can do it grandpa style, where you just put it in a big bowl and throw some boiling water on it. Probably not boiling, probably short of boiling, and let it sit a couple minutes and just start sipping out of it. The leaf should theoretically sink to the bottom, so you shouldn't have, and these are whole quality leaves, there's no dust or anything, so you shouldn't have a problem just drinking it. Or you can get, they have like little load your own tea bags. Not as good, just because the leaves can't like swim around, but it'll work. Or even those tea balls. But anything's better than that powder. I've realized just a lot more strength, clarity, quality, taste, and the price difference. The tea bags aren't too much cheaper than some of the reasonable quality loose leaf teas you can get. Like this one's a little more pricey, but you can get something like this. Republica tea, their tea bags. I think these go for around like 12 to 15 bucks for 2.8 ounces. So, and this is probably a higher end higher end tea bag that most people can get. And then you can also get something. You can also get something like this, which goes for, actually, I think a little cheaper than those tea bags. And this is, like triple the amount. It's loose leaf, and it's just low grade loose leaf jasmine green tea I got from a local Asian market. It's kind of like my go-to jasmine. Just every day. It's not super quality, but it's good enough. And I can just, for guests or for myself, just scoop out loads of this and not feel bad about it, because this was like under $10 for this big tin. Been drinking this since I was a kid. It's real good go-to. Chinese green tea. And they sell that at a lot of Asian markets, but just a quick example of just the difference between tea bags and loose leaf. You can get some real high quality dust in a bag, or you can get some low quality loose leaves, and they're about equivalent in price. If anything, the loose leaves, you get a lot more of it for around the same price. So this tea, real good, really like it. We'll do a second steep. I've just been kind of sitting here rambling, didn't mean to. I'd call this a real high quality black tea. Good sweetness. Mouthfeel, not a ton. I'd say a bit more mouthfeel than the last two in this pack. Less floralness, less astringency. Kind of a mild sweetness, a lot more on the smell than the taste, in my opinion. But I'd say this one out of the box is probably the most balanced and rounded out as far as flavor, texture, smell, everything. The floral one, very floral, very astringent, kind of brought balance in its own way to the sweetness, which that one to me felt like it had more sweetness, but the astringency might have made the sweetness more pronounced. I'm not too sure. This is really good. I like this one a lot. Floral one is just more particular, just a little more to my taste, but this one I think would be more appropriate for anyone and everyone. The smoked one, I think that is an acquired taste, or just some people out there who are real into smoked things. I know them. My dad's one of them. Loves his, double smoked his double smoked whiskey, his double smoked scotch. What is it? Johnny Walker Black and Double Black. Like, that's his thing. It's never been mine. But hey, you do you. Enjoy what you enjoy. Yeah. So this has been the Steeping Room, January 2025 box. I'll be back with their next box when it's around. I'll probably stay subbed to them in White 2Ts and just keep rolling both those out and other things in between. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Yeah, it's been Tayland. See ya.